All right, guys, here's a new one for you. I'm starting to have dreams about Sasquatch. And before I do that, I'm going to give you the I used to have dreams about extraterrestrials. That's how it led when I was younger, 15, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20. I have dreams about aliens roaming around in my backyard and dinosaurs. What that means is my backyard, my home being me, my body, my soul, my home. Then that turned into what the fuck am I talking? That turned into me learning about my past as a ET 100,000 years ago and all the lifetimes I've had here on Earth. Because when it first started out, it was me having dreams about my about ETs coming to visit me and it was in my backyard, and they were with dinosaurs. That representing my ancient past, my home, my ancient past in the backyard. The backyard being the ancient past. Okay? You get all that? Now, that's the ET part of my life. But like yesterday, I had a dream of Sasquatches. Sasquatches. And it wasn't Tia. Tia that I see in the illusion, the astral. It wasn't him. And I have physical effects from him. Physical effects. I was out at the creek, watched my video, you gotta find it. And I was filming birds, photographing birds in reality here. And I'm filming the birds. I walk away from the spot. I cut down, there's trees, brush blocking my view of the birds. So I moved, I snapped a twig, moved it out of the way to clear a spot so I could view for tomorrow. I come back the next day and a huge branch was placed exactly where I broke the branch of the tree. That wasn't there. A huge branch. Not a huge, like fucking, but a sapling. Anyway, go watch the video. There's more to the story I really didn't get into. But that being said, Tia is a Sasquatch that I met in the spirit world, the astral illusion. Not saying he was seeing the same illusion. That's what brought his attention to me with Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ goes, "Can you see this, Rich?" In a dream, well, a vision of Jesus Christ. I was in Jesus Christ's manger, and he showed me Tia, a fucking Sasquatch, peeked out of the tree. When that happened, he cordoned off the area in Santa Lucia, and there's a big fucking interrogation. I'm like, I don't fucking know, man. I don't know nothing about fucking Sasquatch. Okay. If you go back in Daniel Boone fucking killed one. I got the book right behind me. I should be showing it to you. Hold on, I'll get it. There you go. So, doesn't look like me at all, does it? But anyway, Daniel Boone, him and his brother were out hunting. His brother got attacked by something. Daniel Boone couldn't see what it was too good. He drew his gun and fucking shot it in the head. It didn't drop. He shot it again, and he shot it in the fucking eye. Anyway, he went and examined the body. He got the length of it. You can read it in the book. And I don't know if there's a correlation there, but there's something there. There's something there that has to do with this dream I had last night. Definitely. Definitely. I'll tell you about it. Anyway, his brother was almost dead, was knocked unconscious, fucking, because the Sasquatch threw him against the tree, smashed his fucking back and his brains and his rib cage and before Daniel Booth shot it. When his brother lived, they went back. His brother never talked about it, as far as I'm concerned, as far as I know. But Daniel wrote the fucking story. Cool. Anyway, so since I was Daniel Boone and I got Tia in my life now in the astral, follow me around doing things. I see him all the time. Look it up. In my videos, I write down what happened or say what happened. It's in the astral. And there's a whole correlation between the physical and non-physical over Sasquatches that I'm working on to try to understand what the fuck's going on with Sasquatches. Because they are real. They are real. They're not bad, but they're real. They just have a different way of doing things. Anyway, here's the dream I had. And it's in correlation with not in with the alien dream, but it takes on the same format as the alien dream, my past. Okay. So I'm at home playing in the backyard, right where I saw the aliens, right in reality here in my backyard, Park Ave West, where I grew up. I'm in the backyard playing, me and some kids. And all of a sudden, I look in the trees in the backyard. At the end of the backyard, there's a bunch of trees, which is really interesting. Anyway, all of a sudden, the Sasquatch. Well, no, not yet. I just see elk and deer, elk and deer. What looks like an elk, what looks like deer walking around in the backyard. So I'm like, holy fuck, there's fucking elk and deer and shit. So I get my camera on, I zoom into the elk, boom, bring it right up to my face. And it looks like an elk. It's shaped like an elk, but it doesn't have the same face of an elk. It has the same shape, but it's different some way. It's different. It seems old. And I look at the deer, and there's one deer that has more or less a fucking snout that hangs down. And I don't understand that. They have them deer, I forgot what they're called, out west in the plains and that, antelope or something in America, in Canada, but I don't know what they're called. It has like a nose that comes out and goes down. And it's like that. There's that thing. And I'm looking at what the hell are they doing there? What the hell are they doing? And I'm taking pictures of the deer. So I get done to pictures of the deer. I put the camera away. All of a sudden, we start playing again. All of a sudden, I look, and a Sasquatch walks out from behind a tree. And it's a juvie. He's bigger than me, but he's smaller than a large one. Sasquatch. So he's like 7 feet, I'm gonna say. Because I'm 6 feet. He's bigger than me. He's 7 feet, and he's got a chest fucking this big. So he comes out and he's waving his arms, going, wow. And all the other kids are like, I'm like, holy fuck, it's a Sasquatch. Look at him. And he stops. He don't charge us. He ain't charging us. And I'm just looking at him. I'm like, hey, bud, hey. And all the other kids freak out and run away, except one other person. I don't know who it was. I don't know who any of my friends were. Most of them ran away except one guy. And then then Sasquatch, he's got my attention. I'm looking at him right in the fucking dead eye, dead center of the eye. I'm looking at him. what? And he's trying to tell me something. He's waving at me. He's trying to tell me. And he takes his hand and he goes like that, right? Like he makes like a toy gun. He makes like a gun and he points it at the garage, which is beside me. And then he goes, no, no. Before that, before he fired, before he did what he did next, I'm looking at him and he turned into a kid, a human. He turned into a human. Okay. Then he, like a kid playing cops and robbers. And all of a sudden he transformed back into a Sasquatch. And I'm like, what the fuck was that? And then he goes, he points at the garage and he goes, and he spit. But he didn't spit. He spit a fucking screw out of his mouth to make like a gun coming out. And he spit the screw, and the screw flies and hits the garage. And I look where the screw hit in the garage, and it's sticking out. And then I look back at the Sasquatch, and he's gone. There's nothing there except the fucking elk. The elk are gone too. I don't think there's anything there. Anyway, I'm like, what the fuck was that? So we run over to the garage to look at the screw because the Sasquatch is gone. And I'm looking at this, and there's an outlet, a plug outlet. There's one of those, and you screw the outlet on the plug casing. You screw it on so it blends in with the wall, makes it look pretty instead of the big fucking collaboration of wires and shit behind the wall. Well, that little facing of the socket or whatever. Anyway, the screw he shot from his mouth went into the screw that screwed in the facing of the wall socket. It went into, like a square tip screwdriver. They had the square, square tip screwdriver, yeah, and you turn it to unscrew. Well, he shot it inside the screw, inside the eye of the screw, busted through the screw in the wall holding the light socket on. The one he shot went in the can't get the fucking words on inside the fucking screw in the wall. So I'm like, holy shit. So I took the whole thing off, laid it on the ground, and I'm thinking, fuck, this Sasquatch got a good shot. I'm like, I never seen that. Anyway, I got my camera. I run over, grab my camera. I come over and I'm taking a picture of the screw because this is huge. This is fucking huge. I can't prove anything of the Sasquatch doing this, but to have a screw shot from his mouth enter the back of another screw and split it, it's sort of like a bullet going inside a bullet going inside a bullet and destroying that bullet, but it's still stuck in the bullet. Do you know what I mean? But it's screw within a screw within a screw, in a screw within a screw within a square-headed screw. So it went into square-headed screw in the wall. It's important. This is minor details, but they're very important. He didn't shoot a nail out of his mouth. He didn't shoot a fucking anything else. He shot a screw. So then I woke up Then I remembered I had about 5 dreams in the exact same place, all different, but the exact same place where there was a bigger Sasquatch, the fucking damn near 10-foot guy. This guy came out and I was scared as shit. But I didn't remember any of these dreams until I woke up from the last one. This is all in the last month. I couldn't fucking believe I didn't remember them. Anyway, I remembered all the dreams. Well, more or less, yeah. And each dream, I saw about 3 times the huge Sasquatch come walking in the backyard doing something, check, talking to me. Not talking, just confronting me about 3 times in a dream. And I woke up in a panic attack. Oh, holy fuck, that type of thing. Then there was a dream where he introduced me, the big Sasquatch came out, and another one came out, Junior, the one that shot the screw at me. Then Junior stayed, and the adult left. And Junior was there, and I had a dream before about him, not the big one, Junior. And we were just interacting. And but this time he shot the screw out of his mouth. And I'm like, what the fuck does this all mean, man? What does this all mean? So I gave myself one day to think about it before I make this video, because I want to fucking share it with you, because this is how it works for me in my world. When the ETs were coming to visit me, I'd have dreams about them being in my backyard with dinosaurs. The UFO come down, land, the dinosaurs would run away. My ancient past coming back to me now, and I'm getting it in my head of what's going on in the bigger picture, including the spirit world. So the same thing that happened to me with the ETs as a little kid is happening to me now with the Sasquatch. Recently, I came upon the last couple of years. I found out I was Daniel Boone. I'm still researching him, trying to find out what his life was about. I read the book. I read two other books of Daniel Boone. I gotta buy another one. But and it all correlates. Well, what happened with Daniel Boone was his interaction, and there's a lot more that Daniel Boone had with Sasquatch. Like other than the shooting, because I'd be out hunting, and I know this for a fucking fact. I'd be out hunting, and I sit down my knife, or I sit down my fucking horn full of gunshot stuff, powder, my powder horn. Yeah, I sit that down and I fucking take a drink of coffee or something, or eat something, start the fire, and I look back and it's gone. I'm like, what the fuck? I just sat there a minute ago and it's gone. That type of shit happened all the fucking time. And I know it. I know that because I always questioned it. Even in this life, when I was out in BC and I'd sit things down out in the woods, sit things down, and they just disappear. I'm like, fuck, I ain't got nothing going on. I'm in here camping by myself. I put the fucking thing to put the knife down or the spoon or whatever, and now it's gone. What the fuck? How many times in Bigfoot shows have you seen that? And that happened with Daniel Boone. Call me fucking crazy. I don't care. This is the reality of it. Anyway, from Daniel Boone to now is Tia. Tia is in the astral, fucking moving things in reality here on Earth. The tree branch, when I was taking photos of birds. other things. I don't know if it's Tia specifically, but what I'm trying to say is, was that Tia in the dream, or was I dreaming? Do you understand? There's a difference. Was he acting with me? Was my dream telling me what Tia is? Or what the fuck was it? I still have to figure it out. But all I know is it's in the past, not ancient past. He's of the earth, and it's my past. My past being Daniel Boone, my Native American past life. There's still a lot I don't know. I just don't know. But Daniel Boone, me being a recording, me having acknowledged that I was Daniel Boone because Christ told me, and I've had fucking 100 visions of it. And the story of Sasquatch that he encountered. Well, Tia enters the picture somewhere between then and now, and he's following me around in astral. The dream last night was he took a gun, a handgun, and shot a screw. So I'm screwing. I'm screwing. I say I don't quite know what the screw means, and he shoots it in a square screw. Okay, the square means squared off, four walls, earth, human form, all that shit. Earth is a square in this dimension. This dimension is a square. The human body is a square. Your ego perception is a square. He fucking shot a screw into the square of another screw. You know how deep that fucking runs, man? So I'm still fucking pondering it, but I want to make this video to get it out, so I don't forget and explain this shit to you. There's more to come. I know it. There's more to come of it. So, but I don't know. I got questions. Was that Tia in the dream? I don't think so. And why would he turn into a human? Because I question that. I go, because when I went through the porthole, my head, and I ended up in that fucking church of Sasquatches, what the fuck is that? It's their world. Spiritually, I'm in the illusion. I floating around astral traveling. I open up a porthole. I come in wide awake. I'm viewing this, and there's a Sasquatch looking at me, and I'm laying on a medical bed in a fucking church. There's no crosses or anything, but it's like a Christian church. And they start talking to me like I'm talking to you right now, and it was fucking real. It was fucking more real than this real. I could see the individual hairs in her fucking around her eyes and her nose and her fucking mouth. And you know what? She was talking to me like a human, but she wasn't a human. And then that fucking invisible creature ran around, jumped on my balls, fucking jumped away. She said, "That's our pet." I go, "Why is it invisible?" She goes, "What do you mean?" I go, "Is this a perception thing?" She goes, "Fuck, I don't know what the hell you're talking about." I just want to know, man. I want to know, but it runs so fucking deep down the fucking Sasquatch hole. So Sasquatch, what is it? Screw, squared screw. Sasquatch shoots the screw into the square, breaks the mold, so to speak, breaks the box, breaks the box. You understand? He's breaking your ego. Maybe. By screwing with you. So when you're out in the woods and you run into a Sasquatch, what happens? And you see him. He blows your mind. He blows the box. He blows your mind. Holy fuck. He's screwing with you. No harm came to you, but he fucked you up till you'll never be the same again. So is that the messenger? Is that the messenger saying, there's more to life than what you think it is, motherfucker? Is that him fucking me? Is that what my dream said? Oh, and by the way, yeah, my physical bag, my meat bag that I'm in is Sasquatch. But my soul is just like yours. And I think that's what's going on. And it showed me the dream from my past because this shit that happened to Daniel Boone was fucking huge, man. It's fucking huge. And now this shit's all coming back to me now in this life. Do you get the correlation? I'm just exploring it, man. Why not? I got nothing else better to do. There you go, folks. I gotta upload this before I go get groceries. It's fucking 7 o'clock. Later, guys.